You're so behind on the episode. No worries, no worries, no worries. You guys, what was this? What? Some of these decisions don't make no damn sense at all. Ooh, man. What y'all saying? Initial thoughts on the episode before I get into breaking it down. What were your thoughts? No worries, no worries. Come back later. No worries. I'm just so like some of the answers, like yeah, I get it, but I'm so confused. I'm so very confused. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Mm. Hey Zana, hey Rochelle, hey Fedora. All right, so hey Brianna. Basically, we're gonna do this like a review breakdown. We're gonna go one couple at a time. I'll put the picture up so you know what couple I'm on at the moment. But let me officially welcome you guys to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, even though if you're on the live, you probably know me at this point. But let's start with Mirla and Gil. I didn't even watch the show. I'm just here for the drama. Let's start with Mirla and Gil. I don't mean to be that person, but that eyeshadow, babes, I'm so sorry. It was not, the eyeshadow wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it. It was not doing it. This red, it was not doing it. I just saw on the weather app it's about to snow. Now, why would you start with negativity? Why would you do that? I don't need to know that it's gonna snow. So, Marilyn starts off by saying her wedding day was horrible. Okay, she's like, I don't like meeting new people. I didn't like the wedding itself. It just was not my vibe. So we're like, okay, this is true to brand. It's Mirla. It is what it is. Um, they spill the beans that they have consummated the marriage. And I said this in the video. Hey, Sexy D. I said this in the video. The way that they were canoodling up in the cabin could have been before, could have been shortly after, but I know around that vibe, they were really, into each other. So I'm not surprised there. Hey, Lily. Not surprised there at all. The experts bring up that they thought the money discrepancies wouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, experts, if you're telling me you're experts in relationship and socioeconomic dynamics and stuff like that, why would you put a couple together who have clear differences in fiscal responsibility, financial literacy, and think, oh, it's fine, when you know that finances is one of the top reasons why people divorce? That doesn't make sense to me. Hi, Faith. That doesn't make sense to me at all. You know, finances is a big deal for a lot of marriages, yet you're gonna put people whose ideas and how much income they make is so different. Please, how does that make sense? I'm waiting for the season to be over. I mean, it's basically over. The season is basically over. Yeah, so their decision was to stay married. Gil went so far as to say that he loves Mirla. She's still sticking with the I'm growing to love him story. But yeah, they ended it in good terms. What are your guys' thoughts on the oh brother? What are your guys' thoughts on Mirla and Gil? From what I've been seeing on social media, it seems like it's not going to end well. So yeah, they ended together, but hi Jason. So you mean to tell me the experts didn't think money would be a deal breaker? That's what I'm saying. Especially because the rumor is that Mirla makes 2 times, if that, more than Gil. She's more money motivated than Gil. She wants to strive for more money, whereas Gil couldn't care less. He's more about the passion for work rather than what it brings in. So, how does that make sense, experts? Please. Isn't money finances the primary reason why 50% of all divorces happen? Fake hashtag fake experts. Yeah, that's the part that I'm not understanding. If say I'm Mirla and I express, I want somebody who has a different ideology when it comes to money so that maybe we can meet in the middle, cool. But Mirla didn't ask for that. Gil didn't ask for that. So why put them together? That's the part that I'm still not completely understanding there. The experts are questionable. They've been questionable for a little bit. Past few seasons, I'm like, this opposites attract thing only works if the person is seeking an opposite. Say Jose and Rachel. Rachel wanted somebody who can teach her more about finances because she's not good with money. Mirla didn't ask for somebody who's, in a lower socioeconomic status than she is. So why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm surprised all of these couples didn't divorce. Honestly, let's wait it out till after the reunion because I'm sure we're going to hear some stuff. So did they say yes or no? I didn't watch the episode. I didn't care. I turned it off after 5 minutes. They said yes. Even with all the complaining that honestly, at the end of the season, it seemed like Gil was complaining more than Mirla was at that point. Even with all the complaining, the money discrepancies, they decided it was better to stay together. Or in Gil's words, it's cheaper to keep her because he was like, marriage is a tax break. So I guess it's cheaper to keep her. Zachary is so confused. Listen, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're on Gil and Mirla right now. They should have matched Mirla with someone who made more money than her. She would be happy with that. Maybe she would have been happy with that. I mean, what I heard her say was somebody who was established in their career. And Gil had only been there at this point. It seems like he'd only been there for a year. So already, as experts, they failed. Already they failed. All 5 said yes. No. All 5 did not say yes. So yeah, I feel like already the experts definitely failed. Good thing for them. They found each other. They found a way to make it work. It's not going to last, though. If we've been reading the tablets, it's not going to last. But we're going to move to Johnny and Bao. If anybody else was actually watching, because it seems like a lot of you guys are just here to talk, Johnny looked so old. Was it just me? He looked very aged in the face at the decision day, and I was kind of concerned. I was kind of concerned. But anyways, Bao says their biggest challenge was knowing how to communicate their disagreements, and Johnny says it was learning not to run. Johnny claimed that he listens when they argue. Oh, he's just so full of it. He listens when they argue, but she claims she was afraid to share her true feelings because she was afraid that he would blow up, lash out, whatever. I truly need the reunion because I need this man to really relate to us how he believes that he listened and how he believes that he implored the different things that Bao was requesting from him, if she even did, in the marriage. Because all I saw was a brick wall whenever she would talk, and then a soliloquy of requests he needs from her in order for the relationship to work. I caught the last 40 minutes. Oh, right. Am I going to change the pick? I'm so sorry. You right. Look at you on the ball. I watched it, but Def could not wait to hear your point of view. LOL, being with Bao aged him, but mostly his fault. I've been saying John looks like an elderly person. Elderly preteen. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. He did try to clown Bao, most definitely. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that you tried when there's evidence of you just asking for things, getting them, and then complaining as if you didn't just get what you asked for, where this woman has yet to ask anything of you. Johnny is an interesting one. He's really an interesting one. I think Johnny was trying to look like he was not a total jerk. What's the point? It's documented. There's video evidence that you have been a jerk. This man said out of his mouth on camera to Bao And to Pastor Cal, he would rather be married to anyone else. If that is not a jerk move, I don't know what is. Personally, there's no recovering from that. I don't care how sweet you are to me after that. Listen, I would probably play nice just to see the experiment through to the end. But as soon as you tell me you'd rather be married to anybody but me, go ahead and do that. I'm not your girl. I'm not your girl. Maybe he's turning into his father in every way. You make a good point. You make a good point. That might be the case. Johnny says he doesn't want to be in a relationship where he always has to say things are his fault. And again, I say, when was the blame ever put on you? He might have been called out by the experts, you know, imploring him to try harder. But in terms of blame, somebody here refresh my memory if I missed it. But where throughout this process has Johnny received blame? Has Johnny had to say, this is my fault? Where? But he's claiming he doesn't want to be in a relationship where he constantly has to say, this is my fault, this is my fault. Then this relationship should be fine for you because you never said that. You never said that. I need to know if Johnny's cousin needs a boo thing, though, because the boy was cute AF. Listen, do your research, do a social media deep dive. Maybe you'll find your answer. Who knows? So at the end of it, Johnny says yes. Johnny says yes. And her answer is no, because she doesn't feel like she got commitment or support. And again, I say, as soon as he said, I'd rather be married to anyone but you, that is when I would have mentally checked out. For contractual reasons, she couldn't actually leave the marriage, but mentally, I'm done. And I don't know what Johnny was thinking, saying, you know, we can try this out. We can see if it works. We've done that. We've tried and it didn't work. You have found every reason to want to leave this marriage. Now here's the opportunity, a golden opportunity. And you're telling me, oh, well, let's see how it goes. Johnny said yes, it's Ray Ray. He definitely did. He definitely did. He was his father the whole time. He pulls off a mask. I mean, have we seen them in the same place? You're on one today. Johnny is that level narcissist. In his delusional mind, saying yes to the decision day makes him not the bad guy, and it's all bow. It's like he has no recognition of how awful he was on camera. And that could be the case. You never really know how you come off on camera until it's time to watch the show, especially because on the Unfiltered. It's called Unfiltered, right? On the Unfiltered, he was painting Bao to be this vindictive character, and there were people with him on Unfiltered who co-signed that narrative. Personally, I feel like it's really hard to hide that nature completely, so I don't buy it. However, it is possible that he truly did not see how bad he would come off to us. The reunion is next week. Yes, good for Bao for sure. Yeah, I wanted to watch the challenge too, but you know, I had to come do the review, so it is what it is. Johnny for real, who he's saying yes to? That's what I want to know. Hey, I'm playing back the video in 2 times a day. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I announced last week that we were going live. We're going live for this, and we're going live next week as well. Did anyone else notice we got hot girl Bao? Where did she come from? Listen, she was trying to stunt for her little new boo thing. Her little new boo thing. Zach, she needs to show him what he was missing on this side of the table. The last few days, I definitely saw her showing up and showing out, and I was like, Bao. Okay, girl. That unfiltered stuff pissed me off on Bao's behalf. I agree, Lori. I agree. Where are the receipts? I truly believe, yes, of course, production can spin things different ways. However, There was absolutely no indication, in my opinion, there was no indication of Bao being the person that Johnny's trying to vilify her to be. How did production miss all of that? The CCTV didn't catch none of that. Come on, man. It's a revenge look, that's for sure. Welcome, we see you. You here, we see you. Bao brought up Zach at the reunion. Ooh, child, here we go. Here we go. Unfiltered wasn't on tonight. It was like a best of so far. Hi, Queen. I have not seen the episode yet. Did they show the couple's decisions? They sure did. We're going through them right now. The first couple was Gil and Mirla, who said yes. Bao and Johnny. Johnny said yes. Bao said no. Right? I'm like, what happened with Bao? Yeah. All right. So we're going to move on to Brett and Ryan. So when they were showing the montage of their relationship, I forgot that they actually used to be on good terms. Like, I saw them kiss and I was like, all right. Huh. You guys actually did kind of like each other at some point. Ryan says his favorite thing about Brett is the banter that they have and that they would always have fun together when they were having good times. Her favorite characteristics of him was that he was caring. Now, I'm not trying to say that he's not caring, but if somebody was so caring and considerate, don't you think it would be the caring thing to do to let somebody know how you feel about them honestly? It might hurt, but one, she's an adult, and two, there's a way to say something that doesn't bruise somebody, but is still authentic to how you truly feel. Because in the end of the day, he was not being caring by keeping things from him and making her feel like there's hope in their relationship when it was truly dead. So is he caring? I don't know. I don't know. It was such a short scene. They came back from commercial break, decision was made, and it was all of 5 minutes. I was like, wow, that was quick. Did you hear about the Brett and Ryan tea? Oh, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Give me a second. Ryan can go somewhere. He's annoying AF. Child, listen. So Dr. Pepper wasn't buying this little lovey-dovey, it's been great, we had good times at all. She's like, let's talk about this dating app situation. Okay. He says that he apologized profusely to her and that he never meant to hurt her. He didn't mean to do it. So, I came at him, y'all came at him, other reviewers came at him, but then I watched Tamra Tattletales, and I watched it today, literally, I think maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. Now, this is a rumor. We don't know this for true, but Brett was dating during the experiment. Experiment. Apparently, her current boyfriend, allegedly, okay? Allegedly. Her current boyfriend is somebody who she met during the process. And apparently the duration of their relationship checks in with, what's his name again? Ryan was saying on Unfiltered that like she had checked out. She was hopeful one time and then she checked out and just, started seeing other people, I guess. I don't know. Started dating around, whatever. And the person who she's with currently, apparently their duration lines up with what Ryan was saying on Unfiltered. So really, is it that bad that he reactivated his dating account? She was fully going on dates. He was saying she wasn't coming home until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and this was consecutive. Day after day after day, she wouldn't be home until late in the midnight hour. Okay? And only God could turn that around. So, man, the light is flattering on me. Thanks. Listen, Brett didn't feel that. She just had to say something positive. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Caring where, and he signed up on dating apps. That's true. Hi, Ramel. You're shocked, Lola Lucky. I was shocked too. I was looking at that Tamra thing and I was like, I know this is alleged, but like, It lines up with what he said on Unfiltered. Why is she going out consecutive nights, coming back late, late, late? And then this new person, apparently they've been dating since filming was still going on. So was Ryan really that wrong for reactivating his account? It seems like it was a response to her action. I don't know. Allegedly. Not the best look, but honestly, I'm not mad at her. The way he talked to her and treated her, don't get me wrong. All the best to you, because I truly believe she tried. And when it was done, it was done. You know what I mean? But for her to make the dating app thing that big of a deal when she was really doing the same thing, allegedly, that's where I'm like, okay, come on, Brett. Come on, girl. Don't do that. If that's true, I don't blame her, because if she wasn't, he never was into her, especially because she didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. So he says the reason why he checked out is because he has a type and Brett wasn't it. He's like, I'm 37 years old. Like, of course I have a type. Time and time again, I wonder why people sign up for this show when they know they have something specific that they need in a person. And basically they want build a partner, build a spouse. Go and find that person. If you sign up for this, you are at the mercy of the experts. Don't now say, oh, but I wanted someone blonde hair and blue eyes. There's no guarantee of that. If you wanted to guarantee that, you should have went and handpicked your own person. So it's unfortunate for her that the relationship had ended before it even began, because he was never going to be into her. He tried in the beginning, but he would comment on her weight. He would comment on her, what did he call her? High anxiety or something like that. It was over before it began. Ryan was not attracted to Brett, so why would she not go find someone who does find her attractive? I'll give her a pass, and perhaps he gets a pass too. And that's what I'm saying. If we're going to give her a pass, we have to give him a pass as well. Because although he reactivated the app and it was called out during filming, if she was really dating other people, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, child. It does get worse every season. This is very true. Did the cart come before the horse with the dating app? I have no idea who started this train of seeing other people. I have no idea. Okay, so I guess I can say her dress. Her dress. You know what? I'm done. Oh my days. So anyways, the decision was obviously to part ways. We could have determined that from what? Episode 5. We would have known from that early that they were not going to say yes. So it is what it is. Moving. Yo, I can't with Ramel. Moving on to Zach and Michaela. Let me change the picture before I forget. All right, so Zach and Michaela. Zach comes out of the gate with a letter. A letter, you guys, talking about how good the marriage was. And he said he wouldn't change a single, Zach wouldn't change a single thing. Zach, if you don't, he thanked her for loving him. And he said that he loves her back. I'm at the point now with Zach and Michaela that you wouldn't change a single thing in this marriage. Not a single thing. Yet every week you had a complaint. Not only about how you guys interact, but who Michaela was as a person. It's just fundamental differences. We have fundamental differences, but you wouldn't change a thing and you love her. Please. Michaela's hair was beautiful. I agree with you. They both got emotional about their marriage. And listen, if it were me, and I was married to either one of these partners, the only reason why I would be emotional is because I'm so happy that I learned exactly what I do not want. That is the only reason why I would cry if I was married to either Michaela or Zach. Why are they in tears? This relationship was so volatile. They were violent with their words to each other. I'm sorry. I truly believe cussing at your partner, unless that's part of y'all's banter, which, okay. Cussing at your partner is always a recipe for disaster. Leaving at the first sign of trouble, recipe for a disaster. Throwing and breaking and running into stuff. Now that's not even a recipe for disaster. That is check you into a facility. So for these two to be getting emotional, talking about, oh, the good times, oh, the whatever, please miss me with that BS. What are they talking about? Asking Michaela, Zach and Michaela are both toxic as F for each other. They need better people outside of this. After doing some internal work. I truly believe they need to do some internal work before getting involved with anybody else. Because if I had seen a different decision day, maybe I would say, they learned through the process. But what it showed me is the hot and cold nature that they both have is going to be consistent with or without this specific partner. They're going to take this behavior and just implement it in the next relationship. They didn't learn a single thing. In my opinion, they did not learn a single thing. Make it make sense. I would just walk away. They should not be together. They're equally toxic. Zach was showing his representative. I agree. Zach says if she's so willing to keep coming back to the marriage, she either loves him or she's crazy. Do with that as you may. Michaela said she learned that her behavior is unacceptable and promises not to do it again. I believe that she wants to stop that behavior. But the problem is before the process even started, this was a behavior that was already happening, and it happened in the process. Unless she had some kind of professional intervention to help her control her emotions, control her anger, that's an empty promise. If you ask me, that is an empty promise. You need to actually go. I don't know if it's anger management. I don't know if it's seeing a psychiatrist. I don't know what it is. But you can't just sit on this couch and say, oh, I promise not to ever. Hurricane K, oh, she's never coming back. I need evidence that you've done the work and proof that she's definitely not coming back. These two are very toxic. Absolutely. You're right. They both need therapy. Yes, Sharon, they do. They definitely do. She says she wants to stay married. Why? Only God knows. He says he wants a divorce. He wants a divorce because he wants to date her. And I was like, is this the proposal? If you've seen The Proposal, and if you've been here long enough, you know that that's my favorite movie. If you've seen The Proposal, he's like, will you marry me because I want to date you? And of course, in that context, it makes sense. In this context, it's absolute bull dookie. This is what I'm saying about Zach's wishy-washiness. How are you going to say there was nothing wrong in this relationship? I wouldn't change a single thing. But I want to divorce you. But I want to date you. You would have to call me Hurricane E. I would lose it. I would absolutely lose it. Oh my gosh, cringe moment for real. I'm saying. Zach likes toxic girls that runs to his family and cries. His family is as bad as Michaela's. Oh my gosh, both families enable both behaviors. They do. When Zach was saying this is the most emotional he's ever been in his whole entire life, I do not buy that. I still stand by the fact that I believe he's been coddled. Doesn't know how to really accept responsibility, doesn't know how to make definitive decisions. The question was, do you want to stay married or get a divorce? He's like, I want to divorce the past. No, if you say divorce, you're divorcing me. There's no divorcing the past. You're divorcing me. Oh man, he is just Honestly, Sharon, I feel like he was using her for sex too, but he claims they were not physical. They only had sex the one time. That's what he said. Also, last season, Ryan and Clara said they never had sex, which that was also a lie. So, I mean, I'm scared. Zach still makes no sense. He just wants to sleep with her. I believe it too. I'm with you. Their wedding was so cute. After that, it all went downhill. It all went downhill. He thinks she forgot where he was coming from when he said, you know, we should get a divorce, but we want to date. But Zach, aren't you the same person who was upset with her, how she reacted on the couch when they went on the couples ranch retreat thing? She didn't agree with you back then. What made you think she would agree with you now? Zach is something else. And just because I'm not talking about Michaela, I'm not exempting her from anything. It's just that Zach is so vocal with his delusion that I can't help but talk about Zach. Date, aka smash. That's what I'm lying. That's what I'm saying. But the problem is Michaela wasn't definitive either. 100%. I'm not trying to exempt her from anything. She wasn't quite deliberate and definitive either. Zach just wants the cookie from Michaela. That's why he wants to date but not commit to everything else. And honestly, I would rather he just say that. If that's what it is, just say that. Because to say, let's get a divorce, to divorce the past, but stay together. I remember somebody commented, I think it was the last video, where they said back when they were younger, they declined a proposal and thought they would still be able to date the guy who proposed. That's a testament to teenage thinking, 1000%. For me, something as serious as marriage, getting married, getting a divorce, whatever, as soon as you tell me no, what are we still here for? What are we still here for? Bao and Zach deserve each other. Damn. They just need to go on Love Island. Maybe, child. Maybe. All right, last but not least, this is going to be very fast, so start to think of the things that you want to sound off in the comments about, because I'm almost done going through all the couples. Rachel and Jose. So, Rachel says the relationship couldn't be more perfect in the beginning. It was only until the fight happened where things went left. See, automatically, that's a lie. Automatically, that's a lie. Because she pulled out her iPhone talking about, I wrote this shortly after the honeymoon. And it was her airing out her grievances when it came to Jose. So how was the relationship perfect? These two love to pretend. They love to pretend, or maybe they love to believe that things are better than they are. So maybe it's not pretending. Maybe they truly believe it. If you believe a lie long enough, it becomes true. But she outright lied. Rose made no damn sense. No damn sense. It is 3:30 a.m. in London, baby. You need to go to bed. It's a little interesting that Michaela wanted to stay in the marriage. I don't know why she would do that. Yeah, I don't know either. She had the list before the blow up. So don't tell us you thought the relationship was perfect. Perfect. If she would have said, you know, ideally, I felt like this union made sense. You know, there were hiccups here and there, but like if I was to put like a picture perfect marriage, this would be the closest thing to it. But to say you believe it was perfect, girl, now you're lying. Now you're lying. Jose says he's still weary that when things go left, Rachel is going to up and leave. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I still am not understanding that philosophy, because anytime that we saw her leave, it was in response to like something Jose did. And it wasn't something minuscule where it's like, why did she leave? No, it was big enough to want to remove yourself from the situation, you know? And the real big moment that he's talking about, he literally pushed her out. You padlocked the door. You deadbolted it. She had nowhere to go. She had to run to her ex, for crying out loud. She lying to herself. Why is she lying? Whoa. Why are we talking about Spanx, y'all? That's not nice. Rachel has issues. Jose already showed you who he was. Now we are just looking at you side eye. Exactly. Perfect with notes on the fridge, Chindy. Notes on the fridge that say, I will not be controlling. I will not lock my wife out. You need a reminder to be a decent human being? Rachel's friend last week was an MVP because those notes are BS. They're absolute trash. Your partner doesn't need reminders to be a good person. Not even a good partner, because that takes some navigating between both people. But to be a good person, you needed a reminder? I know you lying. Ultimately, they decided to stay together. So whatever, it is what it is. They're deciding to stay together. So cool. Yes, they are the pretenders of the show. Please tell me they both said no. Nope, they said yes. They both said yes. Again, why are any of these couples married? I've been none of... I don't know what those two letters mean together. Yeah. I choose to believe that Jose will be better going forward. I choose. And honestly, I hope that for them. There's rumors that they are still together. They've been spotted at sporting events, being affectionate with each other. So if they do decide to stay married, I hope that they do right by each other. I definitely do. And anybody who chose to stay together, anybody who chose to, do a date and switch, I hope that it lasts. Do I believe that they should? That's a different conversation. But I hope he does right by her and vice versa. I really do. We saw him ignoring her in real life or in real time, showtime, in a convo between two people. Imagine. She's looking you dead in the face. You acknowledge in your mind that she's talking to you, but decide to keep talking. And then in the end, she asks you, did you hear what I said? Yeah, I did. Oh my days. I want all the tea spilled next week. I need all of the answers because a lot of this is not making any kind of sense. It is not making any sense. Oh God, this season, none of the couples should stay married. I agree. This was the season where none of the couples should have stayed together. I would have, if this was maybe 2 weeks ago, I would have advocated for Gil and Mirla. But because of the shift that Gil had, and mind you, Gil was always kind of showing this behavior, but I felt like Mirla was adapting to it and was okay with it, and that's why I was okay with it. But at the end of the season, she's like, no, it actually pisses me off how our lifestyles just don't line up. And I'm like, huh. And then he was complaining about her lifestyle and all these things. And I'm thinking, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. I mean, they consummated the marriage, and Mirla had a lot of stipulations before consummating the marriage, before saying I love you. So, I mean, I guess they have potential. But based on what I'm seeing in the rumors, they don't make it. This was a very unsatisfying season. As of late, it's kind of been that way. This season and last season were the worst in 13 seasons, man. I kind of have to agree with you. That's why this is going to be my last season. I can't do this anymore. Gil, are they still together too? What I'm hearing is that they're not together. Apparently, he was on Reddit saying things like, it's so unfortunate when you fall in love with somebody and then they mistreat you or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure. But basically, if that truly was Gil's account, he's alluding to the fact that he was betrayed by Mirla. I don't know how, don't know why. I guess only the reunion will let us know. I don't know. Next week is part 1 of the... I hate these parts. Why are they breaking it up in parts? It better be worth it. Oh, it better be worth it. Hopefully next season redeems the series. I don't even know if I'll tune in. It's what, January? It's 2 months from now? How are they busting... That's another thing. How are they busting out this season so quick when we're talking about marriage? We're talking about... Also, There's a hell of a lot of you guys in here and not a lot of likes. Help a sister out. Come on, y'all. We're having a good time, are we not? They're busting out these seasons too quickly. I find it very hard to believe that the vetting process is thorough. I've always thought this, but this just confirms it. Why is another season coming out so quickly? I know that they have, I think it's 6 months between filming and the reunion. So, okay, maybe vetting is like 3 months. But we've seen through Chris, we've seen through Christina. Was her name Christina? I think so. We've seen through numerous amount of people that the vetting process is not thorough at all. You say I'll be back, but I will not. I will not. Not for the US version. I'll be back Married at First Sight, like Australia and UK. But the US version, it doesn't feel like a money grab to you guys. It doesn't feel like they're just putting people together just to put them together and not necessarily for the hope that this relationship will last. Maybe I'm the only one, because it seems like a money grab to me. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Will you watch Married at First Sight Denmark if I upload it? I could probably be able to find it, to be honest. I just don't want to do the whole translating thing. But you said it was good in the last live we had, so maybe I will tune into the original. Are you gonna have a watch party next week for Married at First Sight? No. I only do the watch parties for Ready to Love because I know they won't flag my video that quick. But Lifetime might be more on the ball than OWN. So that's why I don't do watch parties for any other shows. You hate the UK one? Damn. Well, I do feel like they should have taken a break after these 2 horrible seasons. Pause, rework the structure, and come back. The one thing that I love about the Australian version is the weekly check-ins with the experts and the other couples, because it really sheds light on where the issues are. You might think, like, Jose and Rachel? Yeah, Jose and Rachel would have combusted in the Australian version because you think you present well, but the experts are seeing you at the dinner party with all the couples, and they're really pinpointing things that you're trying to hide, but you just can't do it. You know what I mean? And you have to atone for those things. You have to respond to those things in the presence of them and the other couples who also see you interact. US version just needs to take a break, rework, and come back. Take a break, rework, come back. You've never seen the Australian one, but seen a bit. I think the Australian one has a better structure, but UK just adopted the Australian structure this year, so it might be the same thing after. The last true good season was New Orleans and Philly. I don't remember who was on those seasons. Please remind me. I need to get the VPN to watch the UK shows. Yeah, I know. It's tough, eh? Yeah, it's a tough one. Listen, smash that like. Okay, smash the like. Honestly, if they really wanted the couples to stay together, they would actually counsel them to work out their issues. And Hattie, that's why the Australian version, I say US can adopt from it. Because every week you're faced with having to answer tough questions at a dinner party with other couples. You're seeing how other couples are interacting all the time. You're not just stuck in this bubble of, oh man, my marriage really sucks, or my marriage is really great. You're looking around and comparing like, are we where we need to be? Because someone else is there and someone else is there. Granted, comparison is a thief of joy, but in this process, I feel like it's kind of good to compare. And then the experts ask you hard questions that you have to answer, and then give you the option to stay or leave. And every week, if one person decides to stay, they both stay. But if they both stay, they leave. And obviously, if they both stay, they stay. But it causes you to constantly be working on that relationship. They're constantly in counseling with these experts. Like the success rate of the US version is just so abysmal. I would be embarrassed. I would be like, okay, hold on, pause. Something's not working. Let's figure it out. Or maybe they should do regions of the states and not just one city. Like maybe if they did, it's an East Coast season, it's a South Side season. You know what I mean? I know, I don't know. I'm not from America, so I don't know how your country is divided. I'm convinced something happened with the expert budget. We got nothing from that. Listen, Dr. Pepper was not trying to be in attendance. Barely saw her. Only thing about weekly check-ins is that's not realistic. You don't have that in a marriage. But here's the thing: you also, unless you are in an arranged marriage, you also don't meet your spouse the same day you get married. So everything's already unconventional. So I feel like in the beginning, they do need that really intensive intervention with the experts to just hold their hand through it. And once they get their bearings, then of course the experts can leave and they figure it out on their own. But the experts also say that post the show, they do still check in. So they're not completely alone just forever. But I do think it in this context, it is realistic to have counseling every week for sure. Happy to see you, Saham. Okay, you guys were telling me who was on. Oh, I missed it. Somebody was just telling me who was on New Orleans. Oh, Amani and Woody was New Orleans. I mean, Amani and Woody and Karen and Miles are the only people who stayed together because that last couple, the Kooky couple, they broke up. Looks like nobody from this season is joining couples camp. Absolutely not. No. Yeah, the UK one is better this year. Thank God they changed the structure. See, they took a break, saw what was wrong, changed it up. US, come on. Only real difference is that the US version is the only one with a legal marriage. That is also true. And that's also surprising. You would think that because there's higher stakes, people would take it seriously. These people are divorcing left, right, and center. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going through the legal process of having to divorce somebody. We're going to make this work. We are going to make this work by hell or high water. And if it doesn't work, we know that we tore this marriage down to the bone. And at the marrow, the bone marrow, it didn't work. Because, oof, man. The US success rate is actually better than the UK and the Australia. I don't know about lately. Before, I would agree with you. But lately, I don't know. I'm watching The Big Leap, a series about reality TV dancing show, but the director is really filming all the drama among the cast, not the dancing. Married at First Sight US is not about marriage, it's drama. Yeah. Jamie and Beth, but Jamie and Beth are not from, I don't know. Have you ever seen Arrange? It was on FYI. No, I haven't. These are all catfish. I'm dead. Why do I feel like US has the highest divorce rate of the world? Man, I don't know. Do you mean the show or do you mean real marriages? The Australia and the UK one, people give up much easier because they are not legally married the way I see it. And yeah, for sure. And I think too, that's why they can get a bigger pool of people. But I still think the relationships that end together, most of them, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense for you guys to stay together. And they really do stand the test of time sometimes. But the US version, at the end of every season, I'm kind of like, you should divorce. No, you should divorce. Don't stay together. Why would you do that? And then if they do stay together, they end up divorcing later on anyways. So yeah. He posted a video dragging the Housewives of Beverly Hills. If I watched it, I'll watch the video, but I don't watch any of the Housewife franchises, unfortunately. Does anyone know when was the reunion filmed? I can only think. I would think maybe max 2 weeks ago. Max. Had to be. Because if it's anything before that, then it's not really a reunion, because I need to know how you respond to the rest of the season and public perception of you. Both on the show and in real life. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of superficiality in the US, and maybe that's what leads to a higher divorce rate. I don't know. I have no idea. Who stayed together? Rachel and Jose, and Marilla and Gail. Everybody else got a divorce, even though there were some differing answers. The ultimate answer was to get a divorce. All right, y'all. That's all I got. So if y'all have anything else to sound off on this episode, let me know. I am patiently waiting for this friggin' reunion, because a lot of things are not adding up. A lot of things are not adding up. I want Sarah to be in attendance. I do. Who else do I want to be there? I want Michaela's sisters to be there. Because the way that they have allowed this Hurricane K to permeate into Michaela's adulthood is embarrassing. It is. And I need them to answer why they were okay with that. Like, this is your sister. You let her go on the show knowing she acts like this? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Can you take the host spot of Meredith for a sec, because I don't like him? Honestly, I wasn't mad at him until last season, I think. Because you can tell he was very biased towards a situation that the person who he was backing was clearly in the wrong. So I'm like, I don't know about him, but yeah, he's from ET, you know, he has that kind of host persona, so I get why they picked him. Reunion and season 14, please live up to things. Okay. I want to see all the cutscenes from the season, of course, because they're all of a sudden gonna have this unseen footage that's gonna make the season make sense. When y'all were making these 2-hour episodes, which is so unnecessary. Why is the episode 2 hours? Whatever. When y'all were making these 2-hour episodes, you had ample time to fill in the blanks. At the reunion, we can talk about the responses to the public, what actually happened after the cameras left, but I don't want to be rewatching the season at the reunion. It's stupid. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Glad to have you too. Oh my gosh. I want Rachel's friend. Yes, Rachel's friend needs to be at the reunion. Michaela's sister needs to be at the reunion. Shoot, let's bring Zach's mom while we're at it. And Sarah. Might as well bring Brett's boyfriend as well. Yep, I would like to see that. I want to see a segment between Zach and Bao. Yes, absolutely. And the experts. I need them to really explain why some of these relationships are. The fact that the experts kept really pushing for Bao to make the relationship with Johnny work doesn't make sense to me. The fact that they allowed Zach to gaslight and Michaela to burst and still be like, but y'all can work it out, doesn't make sense to me. The fact that the financial disparity was so great that literally on paper it already wasn't going to work, and they were like, no, that's the one. I want answers for that. I want answers for all of it. 2 hours is hell. Oh my gosh, and the 5 couples only. That's what I'm saying. It's only 5 couples. Sarah is Bao's alleged best friend, who basically said she was vindictive and manipulative, and that's what led Johnny to say he was ready to, leave the marriage, even though he's been ready. But I would love to ask Rachel, why is she with a man who locked her ass out? Locked your ass out. I would be in a tizzy if my boyfriend was not home and I have to lock the doors. I would be so, or at least I would put the key in the mailbox or something. I get it, they were in an apartment, so it's kind of different. But deadbolt? And you stayed? Okay. It's sad because some of their issues were preventable if they had good counseling and good matches. And to add on top of that, tried. Johnny didn't try. Ryan didn't try. So what you said, 100% valid. Add on to that, trying. Just put in a friggin' effort. Whew. Yeah, you want to see Sarah there too. I'm saying. No, they need to bring Ayanla Van on the reunion. She definitely going to set everyone straight. Ayanla is a whole mess in her own self. Like, don't bring her to this. Don't bring her into this. Whew. All right, y'all. We're just gonna go for 5 more minutes. Close out this hour. It doesn't make sense that Johnny said yes, but he has been itching to leave. Was he trying to be elusive, be mysterious? Was he doing it for the cameras? Like, you have been trying to leave every 5 days. Here's your golden opportunity. Now you're talking about let's stay married. Oh, so you want me to get violent? That's what you want. That's what you want. You want to make it seem like I'm absolutely crazy. Okay. If I was Bao. Ooh, you guys, if I was Bao. When Dr. V said, is money really that big of a deal? Shows that they don't really listen to them. And Marla was like, yes. Yes, it's that big of a deal. She wasn't even asking for a monetary, value. Maybe she did. I don't know. But what I got was somebody who is well set in their career, is established in their career. Let's get a firefighter who just started. Okay. The reunion is next week. Bye, Ramel. Have a good night. Right. How did Johnny say yes? Makes me sick. Ugh. I'm back for the last 5 minutes. What did Zach do? I don't understand. Like, what? We don't know. We don't understand Zach either. We need more. We need less couples retreat and more couples boot camp. Help these people along. I agree. Hi, Night Owl. I 100% agree. Quit with the socials. Get down to the nitty gritty. Help these couples out. When these people come in days later talking about, so we watched the footage. Why are you even watching footage? Y'all should be checking in with them on a more frequent basis. And I know that experts say they check in on them more than we see. But I want to see it. I want to see it. You guys have 2 hours every Wednesday. There's enough time to slip in a little session. All right? I want to see it. Good night, Sharon. Gil was a firefighter for a year, something like that. Yeah. That's a very new career. Dr. V has the nerves. Is she married to a new man that makes less than her? I would like to know. They need a new host for the reunion like Lonnie Love. Lonnie Love, though? Lonnie? I don't know. Who was the worst husband? Worst husband? I like that question. I think the worst husband. If I'm talking about personality for me, I feel like the worst husband would have been. Ooh, this is tough. I'm tied between Zach and Johnny. Zach because he's wishy-washy, and Johnny because he found every reason to make it his partner's fault. And to me, as a person, I don't like that. As an actual husband, in terms of partnership, I would say Ryan. Because Ryan never showed up as a husband. He did not try. He didn't put in the effort. And when he seemingly was putting in effort, he couldn't even relay that to his partner. It didn't matter. It did not matter. So husband-wise, I would say Ryan. Person is between Johnny and Zach. Johnny for you guys, yeah. The one that just got arrested. Who got arrested? Give us the tea. Who got arrested? Listen, you can't leave us high and dry like that, Faith City. Me and Dominique want to know. Jose was the worst for you? Okay, Johnny and Ryan. Zach is teachable. The other two ain't. And that's why I was saying, like, from a person standpoint to like showing up as a husband is different for me. Like on a person level, I actually could stand Ryan, but Johnny. Mm. Oh, you think Zach is the teachable one? Well, I don't know. The basketball player. Faith, who are you talking about? Are you talking about a past couple? The guy who was married to the twin? I wouldn't be surprised if he got arrested. Honestly, Gil can work in the gym as a trainer part-time, again, to make more money. But Venus, he doesn't want to make more money. He said just now he's completely content with doing what he loves if it makes less. And trust me, I get it. I'm a YouTuber and I will not go back to corporate America. I refuse. I would rather do what I love than just picking up something else just to make more money. So for him, if his passion isn't in it, he's not going to do it. It doesn't matter how much money it brings in. Maybe one of the Maurices. You know what? Tia as a host, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. It doesn't fit, but it would be interesting. Matt got arrested. Damn. No, he was a tall white guy that played basketball. Yeah, the one, he was married to a twin, wasn't he? And he was already cheating on her during the filming. Ryan is blind to me. I'm dead. All right, y'all. Like I had said, we have been here for an hour. I don't want to extend it too much past that. Y'all have a great evening. We will be back here on live. All right. Okay. I don't want this like, I didn't know you was. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be back here next week on live to talk about the reunion. Same time, same place. Yes, Amber was the name. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. I used to want to be on the show so bad. Now, I'll be damned. But anyways, y'all have a great night. I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like this video. I see 93 of you. We can get it up. Okay? And yeah, see you next week.